I made a video a few months ago called The 5 Mistakes Women Make at the Range, and you guys loved it, and I asked if you'd like to see a man version, 5 mistakes that men make at the range, and so many of you did. So today I've recruited my wonderful husband Mac to be part of this video, and I'm gonna go through the list of 5 mistakes I've seen men make at the range, and as a man, you can give us your thoughts on it. If you're brand new to this channel, my name is Stop, and this is my channel, She Equips Herself, where I teach you guys how to be confident and competent gun owners. So, I'm gonna go through the list, and Mac will give his opinion, because as a woman, I might notice something at the range, and maybe I'm perceiving the men wrong, but since you have so many years of experience as a man, you can kind of correct me or give me your opinion on these things. So the first mistake that I think men can make at the range is being overconfident without mastering the fundamentals. So like skipping steps in their training.
Yeah, I'd say that for everything though. That's standard man practice.
Yes, maybe not exclusive to firearms.
Alright, we're talking about firearms though?
Firearms. And let me just preface this by saying Mac has been teaching people to shoot for decades. So he's had a lot of students in his classes, both male and female.
Yeah, I think that overconfidence that we wrote it, overconfidence on mastering fundamentals. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hell, way more people do this than the reverse. Everyone wants to go to the next level, even if they're not ready for the next level. They want to go to the next level. Like that's what they want to do. I've been to numerous classes that people show up at, and I'm a student. And the people there, like, they should have known that they're not ready for this class. You know, like, this is kind of it says exactly what the steps are. Like, this is what this class is. And then someone shows up that, like, is clearly not ready for that. And I've seen other instructors, and even myself, send people home. Because it's like, you can't. Like, you're not here yet. Like, you signed up for the wrong class. You need to take the basic again. Or you need to practice for yourself again. But yeah, the idea is, you know, you get one skill set and you get it, and then you move to the next. But I will also say this, like as a former police academy instructor, there's like an agenda, and like for the class, you have to get the class. Like Thursday is low light. Like you got to, by Thursday, everyone has to be ready to go low light. So when you have your stragglers, you just kind of you push them through, like because you can't stop the whole class because you have 3 people that are disasters. You have another instructor like stand real close to them and watch them, but like they haven't got it yet. They're still not there, but it's low light day and it's moving day, and God, they can barely shoot standing still, but we got to get them moving, yeah, because they have to hit through. You got to get through. So instructors do it, students do it. So, that's the thing. Like there are numerous. Like I don't even know how many police officers I could just grab right now that still don't understand trigger control. Like, so, you know, there's Marines that possibly don't understand trigger control. Like that's a pretty big thing. So a lot of people will just like, this might be another one you say later, but they'll just do drills that they know they can do because they don't want to do drills they don't want to do. Okay, or they'll shoot really fast because they can't shoot slow. Because if they shoot slow, it'll outline the fact that they don't know how to shoot slow. So they'll just ba 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 ba. Yeah. And then, you know, if they miss, they're like, I was shooting too fast to hit it. It's like, yeah, well.
So do you see a difference in, because you've trained civilians as well as like police, is there a difference, because in the civilian world, people are signing up for these classes, not necessarily for their job, it's just like, I want to become a better shooter. Have you seen a difference in overconfidence between men and women? Like, are women generally at the level that they sign up for?
I'll say this, like I'll say this across the board. Like when a woman takes a class, it's like she's there to learn. And a lot of times when a guy takes a class, he's there to show you how good he is. And maybe learn something as well.
That's a good way to put it.
Like he's there to be like, I already know everything, but I'm gonna take this class because I want the certificate, but I doubt you're gonna teach me anything, but here I am and maybe you can teach me one thing. Like, I feel like that mindset. And that's not all dudes, by the way. That is like, I don't even want to put that high of a number, but it's like no women do that, but dudes do that. And I think, you know, I think it's just who we are.
And I don't think that necessarily comes from a bad place. We're different for a reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just, you should be aware of that as a man, that can happen.
It's just who we are. We're nowhere near as good as students. Ladies are much better students, I tell you that.
I just thought of that episode in Parks and Rec where Andy signed up for the music class, but he obviously knows how to play.
Bye, everybody. Guess what? I was secretly an undercover rock star this whole time.
Okay, the second mistake that I think men can make at the range is shooting without a goal in mind and just like wasting ammo. You just go to the range and you just like blow through rounds without a specific purpose. And not saying that that's a bad thing all the time, but just going and like with no like training in mind, or like you're not there for a specific reason.
I don't like that one as much. I think everybody does that. I don't think that's as conducive to men and women. I don't think there's much of a line there. I very much doubt that if we pulled 10 men and 10 females that are actively shooting, that all of them are going to have like a set goal in mind when they go. Like women are going to have, like, let's say 7 out of the 10 women have an active goal what they're going for today, and only 2 guys. I doubt that would be. I'd say that most of them are not going to have an active goal.
Well, let me take this opportunity to plug
This is a shameless setup.
my range drills work.
I wasn't involved in this setup. She's setting us up.
No, I think that's a good point. Like if you go to the range, a lot of people are just, they get a target and they go there and they just kind of shoot at it. But I do have a workbook that you guys can download. There's 17 drills in it, and yes, women do that too. And that's one of the reasons I created the workbook, to give you a plan when you're at the range, because it can be easy to just go there and kind of waste ammo. So.
I'll give you a little bit of a, going back to the first one. The guy thinks I'm just going to go to the range and everything's going to go right, and a woman might be more prepared.
That's
That's possible, but I think that most people just go to the range to get some trigger time, and they don't say, I want to work specifically on my draw to first shot today. Like that's what I want to work. I want to work like on my trigger control today. Like that's what I'm here for. I'm here to reduce my flinch response. Like, and there's numerous drills on the first shot and second shot that will really help that out. But like, I feel like people are just going to go and then they make it up as they go.
Yes.
I don't know if we're going to have any more shameless plugs in here.
No.
I'm seeing these now. I'm going to try to.
No, I think that it's helpful.
It's super helpful, and I used to do it for myself. Like, no, again, like that's a perfect example. I would just do it, but you were organized. Like you wrote it down.
I need lists.
I would just in my head go, okay, what am I?
I
want to work on this. Like, while I was driving there, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to work on my draw today. Like, I'm gonna like every time I draw, I'm going to fire 1 or 2 rounds, and that's it. Then it's going back in the holster every single time. Like,
yeah.
But I didn't have a workbook.
You can have one now.
All right, we'll go to 3. We'll see.
Okay, number 3, refusing to ask for help, seek help, and get training. Would you say that that's a mistake that men make more often than women?
No, I wouldn't. And here's why I can say this. All right, it actually goes back to number 1. A lot of times go back to number 1. Refuse to ask for help or seek help or get trained. Absolutely, dudes do that. No question about it. But a lot of dudes do that. But some don't. And some do seek help and some go the extra yard. But like when I was teaching like all the concealed carry courses, right? What was it, like 1 through 6 or something like that? Females would show up for concealed carry 1 in numbers. And it was mostly like, it was all lecture, right? It's concealed carry 1? Lecture.
Yeah.
We had plenty of ladies in there. Like statistically speaking, probably more ladies than mathematically should have been in there. So that was a great class for ladies and men. It was probably like 75-25 almost every night, maybe 60-40. That's a big deal. Right? Then we'd have concealed carry 2, and you were around for those. And you'd see women in there.
Yes.
We would see women in there all the time.
1 or 2 sometimes.
Sure, but again, like there's only at max 15 students. And most of the time it was 10 students, 2 ladies. Like we're in the 80-20 there, or in 75-25% for that. And then concealed carry 3 would come along. And where'd they go? Now we have maybe 1 lady.
Yeah.
Like they're gone.
And then there were none after 3.
So were they refusing to ask for help? Were they seeking training? I think that they were saying, okay, this is enough and I'm done, or maybe they didn't like it, or they got too busy or something. But then and concealed carry 4, 5, 6, like 0. Like I don't maybe 2 ladies, 3 ladies in my entire career made it through the entire series. Like so men were going through that. We're going seeking help. They were paying for classes. They were going the whole thing. Women were not. So in that aspect, we can say that. But like the general ego is still very much present. And you're talking about, I'm giving you classes stuff, which is as an instructor, versus when I just go to a gun range yeah, dudes are just out there doing all sorts of things, and yeah, they might not be asking for help, but a lady would probably be much more likely to ask for help if there was like a problem or malfunction or some sort of issue. Yeah, they would definitely be more likely to ask for help than a dude who's like, he could be over there beating his gun with a hammer rather than just ask you like how the safety turns off, you know, like. So yeah, some of that's
like
true.
How men don't ask for directions.
No, we do not.
You're not gonna...
and I don't ask for directions. So, so there you go. Like I'm right in here. Like, do I need help? No. Just give me a minute and I'll help myself. Like.
But some people should ask, especially with guns.
Yes.
Some things you cannot teach yourself.
Listen, the male ego is very much alive and well. It's a real thing. I'm a absolute, like, I have an ego without question. Yeah.
Okay,
so everything you say is right, but it's not. I don't know if it's for different reasons.
All right. I have a perception as a woman that might be wrong. Which gets into number 4, which I know is a little controversial. So for number 4, okay, I think that some men, not all men, but some men at the range make the mistake of making assumptions about other shooters. And in parentheses here, I put mansplaining, which is basically when a man approaches a woman assuming she doesn't know something and then trying to teach her that thing when she didn't necessarily ask for that, and she might actually know more than him.
I don't like that term.
I know, but that's what it is.
Right. I would say unnecessarily technical. Like, I don't care what your sex is. Can
I give you an example? Because as a woman,
I've seen this a lot when we go places.
I've had this happen to me.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it happen to you.
Several times.
Numerous times. When we bought your rifle.
At the range.
Yeah,
it's
also.
like, you don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't know who I am.
When we bought that fishing reel.
Yes. As a woman, it's just frustrating when someone just assumes you don't know anything because I'm a woman.
Yeah, but they do that to me sometimes. And like, so is that mansplaining when a man tries to say something?
Yeah,
I'm like, I know more than you.
Hi there. Is there a project you're working on?
I know more than you.
All right.
Like every time we go to Home Depot or something like that.
Okay, but this is a mistake that men can make at the range.
Of course.
They see a woman and assume
I tell you
that
what.
she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah, I've seen that many times. I've seen men treat you like that. I've seen it. But I think it's because we're also talking about a male-dominated sport, right?
Yes,
so like, could women
true.
do that to you too? If you just so like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's because it's such a male-dominated thing.
But I don't think women do that.
I will say
Even
this.
at the
I
gym,
will meet you
men
at...
mansplain, not to me, nobody talks to me, but at the gym, men mansplain at the gym. You know?
Okay, they might explain.
No, there's a difference.
I think that sometimes people are over-technical to try to impose
Can
a
I give you a
stronger
specific
knowledge base because they want you to think that they're smarter than they are. So like,
Yes,
for instance,
yes.
I'll give you a quick for instance, then I'll let you get back.
Okay,
like,
okay.
if I'm doing a video with you, or we've done videos together, and I use the term bullet, and like, like how many times does this happen? Like, I'll even deliberately do it these days. Like, just because everyone knows what I'm talking about, but you'll get a comment from some dude who's probably living in his mother's basement that's like, actually, it's a cartridge. Like, it's like, I know, bro. Like, I know what I'm saying. I'm just saying it to the masses and just trying to keep things easy. You know, not everyone reloads. You know, so they might not even know that the entire collaboration of those components is a cartridge. But you know what I'm talking about when I say a bullet.
Yeah.
Like, but that guy, that person, that person that makes that comment, that's, I guess you'd call that a mansplainer. But he's doing it. He's not mansplaining me. He's just over-technically explaining for his own gratification because truthfully,
Yes.
he probably can't do a lot of things that he should be able to do. So he's going to say, well, one thing I do know is the name of that term, so I'm going to harp in on that one and
Yes.
like that, you know, people do that in classes all the time. They know one thing, so they have to talk about that one
Right.
thing.
I think a way to not do that and still be able to help somebody is say like, can I just show you something? Or like, would you mind if I just asked you, like, don't just assume they don't know.
I have a lot of mansplaining stories, by the way. You've heard a lot of them, so that's why I balk at that, because they do it to me.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't have to be just
do you
to
know
women.
who I am? Like,
Okay, that's
no, I
fine.
don't.
It's still,
I don't know who you are.
It's still a mistake
I know who
that
I am.
a mistake that men make at the range. It can be towards a woman or a
Yes,
man.
okay, it's only happened
Don't
to me
make
from men.
assumptions about other shooters if you really don't know.
Here's where I'll meet you halfway. No woman has ever, at a range, come up to me and tried to like teach me something
you.
that I know. You know how I say I hate free advice. I don't want free advice. If I ask you for something, I want it. Otherwise, don't walk up to me and tell me what you think. Like I'm not interested.
Yeah.
So that only happens with dudes in my life. So I'll agree with you there.
Okay. All right. The last mistake, and I think you're gonna agree with me on this one, is not shooting their actual carry gun when they train or when they do a competition or anything, because they want. I'll let you get into why, but not shooting their actual carry gun.
All the time. I mean, I 100% agree with you. There you go. That one in five. I won't argue with you. Like the male ego dominates all of these bad decisions we make. So a guy takes a class. It's a concealed carry class. He's in theory trying to better himself as a concealed carrier, and then he brings a gun that he doesn't carry because there's going to be other people in the class, and they are going to shoot poorly with their concealed carry gun. They've chosen poorly, so they want a small, lightweight gun that maybe doesn't even fit them or work for them. But that's not going to the class because they don't want to look bad in front of a whole bunch of strangers they may never see again. So they'd rather shoot well with their full-size gun
That they're not going to
that
carry.
they're never going to carry. Maybe it's a home defense gun. Maybe they're thinking that way, rather than shoot well with their small, tiny concealed carry gun. Yeah, like absolutely, they do that. That happens all the time. That
And then
happened to
they'll
me
go
all
into the
time.
shop and tell a woman she should carry that tiny revolver,
Yeah.
even though they themselves don't enjoy or shoot it well.
That does happen too.
But I love the men folk. You know, you guys are valuable in our communities. And women make mistakes too. Go back and watch that video if you haven't. I'm just trying to show that there are differences, and men make certain mistakes that women might not, and vice versa. Do you have anything to add to this list?
I was just thinking about how overconfidence is just how it plays into almost every single, the overconfidence plays into everything else. And you also always see that with mistakes. When you have a firearms mistake, when someone lets go around by mistake, it's usually due to a overconfidence. I don't need to follow all 4 or 5 safety rules depending on where you are. Exactly. Generally, that's a dude thing.
Yeah.
You don't see that with women. I'm good enough where I don't need to worry about that. Like I'm beyond trigger. I don't have to not put my finger on the trigger. Like I just won't pull the trigger. You know, like dudes do that stuff. I don't see women doing that. They're more rule followers in this relationship, especially.
That's true. I just remember I was at a women's shooting event one time, and there was a male instructor, and he was pointing his gun everywhere.
Yeah.
And when someone said something to him, he said, "I've been shooting for years."
Yes. I can ignore these rules because I have invented firearms. I
shot the first gun ever.
Yes, exactly. So I don't need your silly rules because I'm beyond them. Yeah, I've seen that a lot. I've seen that. I've never seen a woman do that. In fact, like if someone is doing something wrong, like let's just say they have their finger on the trigger and they're not supposed to, and you say to a woman, "Hey, finger on the trigger," she, "Oh, I'm so sorry." That's the response you usually get.
Yeah.
If you say it to a dude, you might get that, or you might get the relax, dude. Like you're like,
it's that ego. They don't want to be correct.
And as an instructor, you're like, I'm not really going to relax about that. Like you're going to do it. You're going to do that. Like you're going to not do that again. Like that's what we're going to do here. So
yeah.
So because it's a hazard. So stop being hazardous.
That's why we have rules.
Right.
Rules are made.
But I've never had a female ever be like anything but I'm sorry. You know. So
yeah.
It all comes from one.
The
it all comes from one. But without that ego, we wouldn't be,
I know, ego
we wouldn't get
has
to where
its
we are.
Purposes. So. It's just something that can be used for good or evil.
Oh, it's evil. Toxic.
Toxic masculinity. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let us know if we missed anything or what you think about this. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe. Bye.